Shall we pray? Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and parliaments for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor us, your servants, whom you've been pleased to call to the performance of important trusts in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and a faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country, and of those interests you've committed to our charge. Amen. Next order.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
There are no messages. Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
There are no petitions. Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
There are no papers to be laid. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
Next order.
Order number 8, motion.
There is a motion by the Honorable Peter Palanga, the Chairperson, Committee on Lands and Physical Planning.
Mr. Speaker and honorable members, I wish to move the motion on behalf of the Lands Committee that pursuant to the provision of Section 41(3)(b) of the Urban Areas and Cities Act, Cap 275, the House approves the Nakuru City Integrated Development Plan, IDEP 2024 to 2028, and the Naivasha Municipality Integrated Development Plan, IDEP, for the period of 2023 to 2028. Mr. Speaker, these are plans that are meant to foster or to attract some funding from the World Bank. Mr. Speaker, it's worth noting that the research or the evaluation have been done specifically for the municipality of Naivasha and the city of Nakuru to evaluate the works that they had undertaken in the last funding. It's a prerequisite requirement for the subsequent funding by the World Bank. Mr. Speaker, we are standing between ourselves and the funding to these particular various projects within the municipality of Naivasha and the city of Nakuru. Mr. Speaker, it's unfortunate, and we wish to apologize on behalf of the committee that we have kept you this long, because again, this delay has been occasioned not by the department, not by ourselves, but also the requirement that was set by the World Bank and gave this note to have this IDEP pass during January on 20th. Out of that, Mr. Speaker, the department has worked tirelessly to have these plans adopted by this House to meet the deadline that is today midnight. Mr. Speaker, I wish to thank all the members who have taken time to be here, but just to highlight that these particular two plans or documents is supposed to open the funding for the next 3 years. The amount attached to this, it has a figure of approximately 3 billion shillings coming to our county. And that will go a long way in implementing very strategic projects within our county. It's our wish, therefore, Mr. Speaker, with your permission, that without getting into details because of time, I just wish to request that members, you consider adopting and passing this particular integrated plans for 2 areas, that's the Naivasha and the Nakuru City, to pave way for such a meaningful and great projects thereafter. I wish to request at this point in time our chair, vice chair, my brother, Eliud Kamau, to second the motion for deliberation by the members. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I wish to second that this House adopts the IDEP report, Mr. Speaker. As a House, Mr. Speaker, we cannot deny our county the 3 billion for development in our county. Mr. Speaker, it's timely, and also take this chance to thank these members for their patience and their dedication to make sure Thank you. Sijui ni nani anacheza na mitambo. So, Mr. Speaker, I wish to thank members for their dedication to make sure that our county attracts the funds from the World Bank. So, Mr. Speaker, I wish to second and also urge the members to support. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The motion is that pursuant to the provisions of Section 41, subsection 3B of the Urban Areas and Cities Act, Cap 275, this House approves the Nakuru County Integrated Development Plan for the year 2024-2028 and Naivasha Municipality Integrated Development Plan for the period 2023-2028. The motion is open for debate. The member for Lakeview.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, first and foremost is to say my gratitude to the chairperson and the Committee on Lands, and also wish the House a Happy New Year. The year 2025, the year of our Lord. Mr. Speaker, so much has been indicated in part.
Chair, if our memory serves us right, you wished us a good, a Happy New Year when you were doing the supplementary. Or that's a message that you want to
Mr.
reiterate?
Speaker, it's still a new year because with this IDEP paper, you find that so much goodies are coming to the county to a tune of 3 billion. So I feel it's a happy new year to us as an assembly, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, first and foremost, I want to say that this paper or this motion that has been brought to the floor of this assembly is very crucial to this county. In the past, we have seen the good work that the World Bank monies have done to our sub-counties and more so to this city, Nakuru City. The promotion of Nakuru City to the city status mainly came from the monies that were accrued from World Bank funding. When you go to Naivasha, Mr. Speaker, you will realize that most of the parts have really developed courtesy of these monies. For us to have 3 billion Kenyan shillings within Nakuru County, it takes a good hard work from Her Excellency Susan Keheka, our governor. For that, we would also want to give her thumbs up that she has defended this even at the Council of Governors whenever they have summit. We don't have much, Mr. Speaker, but to pass such a paper or to pass such a motion so that, Mr. Speaker, the aspirations of our people can be realized on the ground. I look to a time that some of the roads within my ward will have a share of this, that we shall not concentrate so much on the CBD centers, but we go to the interior and to the peripheries of the municipalities so that each and every member will have a say or a take home. I look to a time, Mr. Speaker, when we are integrating these amounts within our budget, that each and every member who either comes from the municipalities or even the city itself, they'll come here with smiling faces, Mr. Speaker. I look to a time when a road that starts from Nyamathi all the way to Karakta will have tarmac. I look to a time within my ward that the road connecting between Bridge, Makutano, Kasoko, all the way to the other side of Unity, connecting and going to the other border, going to the side of Musaka Road, going to the side of, I didn't say Musaka, that this road, Mr. Speaker, there will be tarmac, Mr. Speaker, I know members are very happy because these roads must be tarmacked, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Because it is in order, Mr. Speaker, that our people realize that we don't just say these words. And I can assure my people that these roads within Kayole, all of them, will have pure tarmac, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And if you do so, I'll be very happy. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I stand to support.
The member for Malewa and the member from Rongai.
Thank you. Thank you much. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I once want to take this opportunity to congratulate the Committee on Lands for the good job that they have been doing. In fact, Honorable Speaker, this is a Pandora box that is it's a cake that is being put on the table, where the beneficiaries of these funds, these funds is going to transform the entire Nakuru County, especially those who are under municipality. And considering the allocations that we get from the Ward Fund, Honorable Speaker, you find this grant is a booster that that is going to make sure that the developments within those wards that are under municipality are transformed, and the work, or they will improve the standard of those wards. Honorable Speaker, the mega projects, mostly you find touches on this line, and I say thank you to our Honorable Governor, because it was a big effort that she has put so that she can get or being acquire all as a county benefit from these words, these funds, Honorable Speaker. I therefore raised to support this motion, and it was my humble request, if you can lead the mood of the House, Honorable Speaker, you can put it into question so that the honorable members can pass this, and tomorrow morning we proceed with the morning sittings. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
The honorable member for Malewa, be upstanding. Be upstanding. The screens are betraying you that you're not in decorum. So kindly move out, dress properly, and come back. The Honorable Member, Honorable Haj.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, allow me also to join my colleagues, my colleague Mheshimiwa Alex, to wish each and every one of us a Happy New Year. And it's good that we see each other after a long time, that we're here again to conduct this business that is very important to the people of Nakuru County. So, Mr. Speaker, thank you so much. Also, Mr. Speaker, allow me to join my chairman, Mheshimiwa Palanga, because I'm also a member of the Lands Committee, to support this report that this House approves the Nakuru City Integrated Development Plan, IDP, commonly known as KISIP. Mr. Speaker, this is a donor money, or rather a grant money that we are going to receive from World Bank. And Mr. Speaker, you know, it is not it's not all the 47 counties that have received this money. It has happened that it's few counties that is going to receive this money. Mr. Speaker, when you have such kind of money, it requires a lot of complex lobbying and working day in and night to get such kind of money. So, Mr. Speaker, I also wish to thank Her Excellency the Governor for the good job that she's doing to make sure that we have such amounts of money in Nakuru County. Mr. Speaker, mine is to ask the executive team to make sure that this money is used for the purpose that is intended to do. Mr. Speaker, we don't want to come back again and hear that some of this money have been returned to the donor. It is going to be very painful. It is going to be it is not going to be business as usual when this money are being taken back to the donor. So, Mr. Speaker, I would just wish to ask the executive team to make sure that this money is utilized. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I support the report.
Thank you. The member for Kapkures, and later the member for Barut, in that order, and then we're going to go on my left.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, allow me to congratulate the chair and the Committee on Lands for good work done. Mr. Speaker, it is high time that we recognize the good job being done by the World Bank project. They are doing a very nice job in our cities and municipalities. However, I would urge the municipalities and cities not to concentrate much on the CBDs and balance or distribute the project evenly so that development will be felt in all the city wards. Mr. Speaker, I'm Robert Ruto from Kapkures, MCA Kapkures, and Kapkures is one of the wards in Nakuru City. But as we speak, Mr. Speaker, it is the poorest wards in Nakuru County. It is high time now these World Bank projects will be felt in my ward, Kapkures. Roads to be built, sewages lines to be built in Kapkures, and I think the Kapkures people will be happy. Mr. Speaker, I'm talking this because I think the World Bank projects have been there before. However, this time, I will urge the city manager to consider the whole city and not only the CBD. Also, in terms of lights, Mr. Speaker, it is very shameful that we are in a very dark city, coming from city and there is no lights, and we have the World Bank projects. So, Mr. Speaker, I support the report and propose that it will be evenly distributed to the whole city, wards in the city. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The member for Barut.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. Mine is just to congratulate Lands Committee for the job well done, although it was a short notice, but thanks to Mr. Chair and the members. Mr. Speaker, I'm here to support this report, having in mind that Barut people are going to benefit from these funds from the World Bank. The Speaker, the two words, as you have heard from the MCA from Kapkures, Barut and Kapkures, those are the two wards within the city that are struggling to survive. In fact, we are surviving from the ward kitty, the 25 million that we normally get every year, but we have never considered from either headquarter funds or any other funds apart from the ward kitty. So I hope, Mr. Speaker, by passing these documents, at least Barut, we're going to get projects. Mr. Speaker, I've been singing about the two bridges, the Summit Bridge and the Mwareki Bridge. Those two bridges connect Nakuru town and Barut. And when it's raining, Mr. Speaker, those two bridges are impassable. So I hope, Mr. Speaker, by supporting this document, at least Barut are going to get at least one or two bridges so that we can join or we can easily come to this town even when it is raining. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm here to support, and we have a lot of problems. If it is my decision, Mr. Speaker, I could have a channel, the 3 billion to those two wards, so that we can even reach these other roads, these other wards that have already developed. Like Shabab, if you can see my friend Wadiai, he has already confirmed to me that he can't even debate because Shabab is already developed. So I think this fund should be channeled to Barut and Kapures. So I'm here, Mr. Speaker, to support. Thank you.
The member for Turi.
So thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I'm John Mwangi, the member for Turi. I'm as well a member of the RAD committee, and I allies to support the document, the CIDP, that is for Naivasha and Nakuru municipality, even though I'm one of the most disappointed member because in Nakuru County we have Naivasha municipality, Nakuru City, Girigiri municipality, and Moro municipality. But Moro municipality was very unlucky because Moro municipality did not qualify for the COSIP 2. But all in all, Nakuru County is bigger than Moro. And therefore, I support so that the development can be brought to Nakuru County. And when Nakuru County develop, then Moro will also develop. But that one does not mean that Moro should be sidelined. Therefore, I request when we get another opportunity, Moro should also be given a priority. Otherwise, I support it. Thank you.
Thank you. The member for Kivumbini.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I also rise to support this motion on the grounds, first, congratulations to members for Lands Committee and the chair for coming up with this report. Mr. Speaker, sir, I know there were minimum requirements maybe that were put before us by the donor. And we can say that this is not the first time World Bank or the donor is supporting this county in terms of development. We have seen several developments, and some areas have improved because of this donor funding. So the motion is properly laid, and we are supporting that this motion should be adopted and passed by this honorable member so that we get this funding and develop our county. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you. The member for Hellsgate. So this is the order. The member for Hellsgate, the member for Nakuru East, the member for Waseges, and then the mover will respond in that order.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker. First of all, I want to thank God because this is the first day this year. We have reopened assembly today. And God has enabled us, all of us, to be here, alive and healthy. It's not by our mighty, but by His grace. Mr. Speaker, I rise to support the report on the issue of the IDEP. Mr. Speaker, as a county, the ward fund is not enough to cater for all the needs in our wards. So getting some wards, getting some extra funding, it's a plus to us. So we are very appreciative. We also cannot forget the role our governor has played to make sure that she gets something for our county. Also for the wards which are within the municipality, we thank Her Excellency and the department and also the Committee on Lands for the work they have done to make sure that the monies will be distributed equally. Mr. Speaker, in some of our wards within the municipality, the money which was being, we got last year was not enough for all of us who are in the municipality. So it kind of was in the urban areas. Now we are very appreciative that it will reach some of us who have peri-urban wards. So, Mr. Speaker, I rise to support. We approve the report so that the money can be absorbed now in the budget and the money can be used. What is there is to urge the department and the municipal boards. This is not a cash cow, where they can think now that billions are coming, they will be able to misappropriate the funds. This is money which is there at least to kind of supplement what we have, so that we can do and give our people the service they do require. I rise to support and urge the House to support the motion, and we approve it so that we can have the money now in our county accounts. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The member for Nakuru East.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. Let me join my other members to wish each and one of us Happy New Year and a fruitful one in that matter. Mr. Speaker, sir, allow me also to stand and support this motion, in that I've gotten a chance to go through the plan, and I have seen in this plan there is proposal of extension of boundaries of cities and municipality. And where I come from Nakuru East, which is the farthest ward in Nakuru City, and I come from a peri-urban area, commonly known as Mzewanyama. Mzewanyama, most of the people there, they always complain that they are not part of the city. And from this document, I can see we are going to be enjoined in the city, and even the proposed programs that are there, they are going to benefit us a lot, because I've seen there is proposal of urban agriculture. There is even the decent housing to the people of Nakuru City, energy infrastructure. In Mzewanyama area, where I come from, and Mashini, Barnabas, we don't have even an inch of tarmac road. And if we can get this funding, Mr. Speaker, sir, my people will feel be part of the city. And also, there are some other issue which is very paramount to my people. There is an aspect of environment, water, and natural resources. In that plan, there is proposal to extend the sewerage in the city and also the piped water to the community. So as I stand to support this motion, I know a community that fails to plan, they are planning to fail. So I support this plan and urge other members to support this plan, so that as a government, as a county government of Nakuru, we can deliver to our people in such manner. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The member for Waseges, and then the mover will respond.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to support this motion. And Mr. Speaker, this debate is opening another debate because we were discussing with my good friend, Honorable Alex from Lakeview today in the corridors of this parliament or this assembly. And he was making a joke that Waseges getting a municipality, it's like 50 years to come. So we need to have some balance in terms of HQ projects and also the KRB roads. So when the time comes, we should consider such roads like Waseges that are in rural areas, unlike those in the urban areas. So it's a discussion that we need to discuss when doing the budgets, because some of the wards like Waseges, there are poor roads, there are so many things that need to be done, and even we are worried as members of that ward, because there are so many challenges that need to be addressed. So we need equity, because those that are in municipalities get a lot of HQ projects, and then there is those additional World Bank projects. So tutasema hakuna mtoto wa mgongo na mtoto wa tumbo. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I raise to support.
Thank you, the Honourable Member for Waseges. The Honourable Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for allowing the members to ventilate and give their contributions. And indeed, as the chair and on behalf of the committee, I'm humbled that you can see the bigger picture of where we need to be, or of course, after having received this amount of money. Mr. Speaker, I've just noted some few concerns. Allow me to start with my honorable from Waseges, that a child is born and a child grows from one point to the other. As a department, we have some programs to upgrade some senders to townships, and I want to challenge Honorable Alex. If he told you that it will take some 50 years, it could be that he was not privy to the plans by the department to really upgrade some senders, including Waseges and other senders. So that could have been misplaced, or just to make you feel that you are not worth being here. But as a chair, I want to assure that there are good plans underway to really upgrade some senders to townships and all that. Only that the only thing I may ask now, Honorable Chair, who had instilled some fear to you, that in his appropriation, he considers giving us some money in the budget so that, again, you don't need to wait for 50 years until you see the municipality around you. Once that one is done, I can assure you before your term ends, you will at least, even if it will not be a city, but at least you will be in a township where you can also receive some funds. So, Honorable Alex, kindly do that, and I take this to the bank that my Honorable will ask me on that. The other issues that I want to note, Honorable members, especially Barut and Kabukures, I know severally in our meetings, it has come up that indeed you've not been considered in the development, just as Honorable Virginia from Hellsgate has said that probably with this kind of funding, we intend to spread the catchment areas for these funds. I want to take note as a chair that among the few things that we have highlighted and among the few things that we have bargained for is that we need to have serious public participation. And for that case, I'm not even afraid to mention that we are going to have 4 days retreat for the members, especially from the municipality, to have serious public participation where you will be involved as the key stakeholder to identify part of the projects, and by extension, also now to make sure that this money cuts across. It will never happen again. I want to appreciate that there has been no serious public participation before undertaking these projects, but we have taken cognizance to that fact, and so members be assured that we are going to have serious public participation where you will be involved, and I can assure you that your areas will as well be captured within those projects that are going to be undertaken. Having said that, Mr. Our Speaker, sir, I want to encourage members that as we have a note to have these funds, you will be required to play a very key role and important role in oversighting these works. We have had a situation where these funds are being appropriated and given to a certain project, but the members keep back. They don't really undertake the oversight role. So I wish to encourage and emphasize that kindly once we have these funds, we must have a value for money for the projects undertaken. So you and I will have a role to play, not only the committee, but please be observant on which projects are being undertaken, and we have a value for this project, so that again, we can also demonstrate that indeed we have value for money for subsequent funding. However, Mr. Chair, I want to mention, I'm proud that indeed this IDEP has come as a result of the previous funding. That demonstrates that then there was proper, prudent use of funds, and that's why we have qualified for the second funding, and that's in regard to the city and the Naivasha municipality. How I wish to challenge members from Gilgil now that you'll be counting this, please kindly make sure that the value for money is realized, so that again you as well subsequently qualify for the next funding, just like Nakuru City and the municipality has done. I want to mention here on behalf of the committee that indeed we have taken note of the concerns from the members from Molo municipality, and indeed we have the board in existence. We will endeavor, strive, even if it means even getting down to our own local budgets, even within our budget from the county, so that we at least compensate something for you now that we already have some funding from the other areas. To that end, Honorable Speaker, allow me just to appreciate your input that indeed these projects, this funding is going to go a long way in completing many projects that has been started, notably Afra Stadium. Remember, members, we have just had some young Turks complaining and all that, and indeed they were right, that it has taken too long for us to operationalize and to make use of Afra Stadium among many other projects. So this particular funding, I have no doubt in my mind that it will go a long way in completing some of the started projects like Afra project, which again in anticipation that before we have the next Afro Games, we ought to have completed that to make use of that particular facility, which again can revolutionize our economy by the funds that will be coming out of the participants. I'd not mentioned many projects, Mr. Speaker. Allow me to thank you most sincerely that you have again taken your time, and also members, I can't take it for granted that you have taken that too long just to be here to make sure that we are compliant to this. May God bless you so much, and even if probably we may not have many words to say, but God who sees you in secret will bless you abundantly, so that you will not regret for having stayed too long for this particular purpose. Thank you, and I look forward that you adopt this for us to move forward. May God bless you.
I proceed to put it to question that pursuant to the provisions of Section 41, subsection 3B of the Urban Areas and Cities Act, Cap 275, this House approves the Nakuru City Integrated Development Plan, or IDEP, for the financial year 2024-2028, and Naivasha Municipality Integrated Development Plans, otherwise known as IDEP, for the period 2023 to 2028. As many who are of that opinion say aye. As many who are of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Next order.
Mr. Speaker, sir, those are the orders of the day.
Honorable members, this House is adjourned to today to tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Thank you.